На ACA 120 26 марта в Санкт-Петербурге пройдет титульное противостояние. Временный пояс в среднем весе оспорят первый номер официального рейтинга Никола Дипчиков и россиянин Магомед Расул Гасанов. Они оспорят пояс, которым владеет Салам Абдурахманов. Причина такого решения – Саламу не может вернуться в строй, его травма после операции затягивается, и поэтому решено разыграть временный титул между Дипчиковым и Гасановым, а победитель до конца года встретится с Саламом Абдурахмановым. Первый номер официального рейтинга в наилегчайшем весовом дивизионе Мурат Зейнулабидов был основным претендентом, следующим соискателем титула, но по своему желанию он отказался от этой возможности, уступил в свою очередь Расулу Албасханову. Причина в том, что Мурат берет паузу в своей карьере, сразу после возвращения он будет драться за пояс. Артем Резников также является первым номером официального рейтинга среди легковесов лиги ACA. Он был следующим претендентом после 3 побед подряд в лиге. Но чемпион Абдулазиз Абдулвахабов также восстанавливается после травмы колена, ему требуется больше времени, и до наступления священного месяца Рамадан драться он не сможет. Так как Абдулазиз не может выходить в клетку, Артему Резникову был предложен бой с Рашидом Магомедовым на 26 марта. Артем Резников заявил, что он будет готов драться только в мае. После этого ему повторно был предложен бой против Рашида 9 апреля, но эту возможность Артем также отклонил. В итоге возвращение Артема Резникова планируется на август-сентябрь этого года. Вероятно, это будет титульный бой против Абдулазиза Абдулвахабова, а возможно рейтинговый поединок. Следующим претендентом на чемпионский пояс лиги ACA в тяжелом весе станет Дмитрий Побережец. Его противостояние с чемпионом, американцем Тони Джонсоном, пройдет 23 апреля в Минске. В Минске запланировано 2 турнира подряд – 9 апреля и 23. И именно на втором событии американец и украинец оспорят чемпионский пояс. В полусреднем весе определился новый чемпион, им стал Абубакар Вагаев. Он взял реванш у Мурада Абдулаева и завоевал чемпионский пояс. Теперь вопрос, кто следующий претендент на его титул. Первый номер в рейтинге по-прежнему Мурад Абдулаев, но понятно, что поединок с ним сейчас пока невозможен. На втором месте Устармагомед Гаджидаудов, третий Гаджимурад Хирамагомедов и 4-й Али Багов. Именно 3 эти кандидатуры рассматриваются на звание следующего претендента. Если мы берем спортивный аспект, то больше всех бороться за пояс заслужил Устармагомед Гаджидаудов, так как он идет на серии из 4 побед подряд. Если мы берем в расчет зрительский интерес, хайп, именно громкий бой, то это, конечно же, реванш против Гаджимурада Хирамагомедова или противостояние с Али Баговым. Ситуация в полутяжелом весе на сегодняшний день вызывает наибольшие опасения. В дивизионе нет чемпиона. После ухода Давлетжана Якшимурадова никак лига не может определиться с новым обладателем пояса. Один из главных претендентов, первый номер рейтинга, Муслим Магомедов, готов драться за пояс, но потенциальные его соперники Алексей Буторин и Евгений Гембердиев пока драться не готовы по разным причинам. И, вероятно, до Рамадана Муслим проведет один рейтинговый бой, после чего оспорит чемпионский пояс или против Буторина, или против Егимбердиева. На турнире ACA 118 прошел поединок между Азамом Гафоровым и Чарльзом Энрике, который вызвал очень много вопросов среди зрителей. Многие посчитали, что результат боя был несправедливым. Сразу после турнира судейская коллегия провела заседание, рассмотрела буквально каждый эпизод этого поединка и пришла к выводу, что решение было принято правильным. Экс-чемпион лиги ACA в полулегком весе Салман Жамалдаев следующий поединок должен был провести против Андрея Гончарова. Это было одно из самых противостояний ближайших турниров. Но Андрей заболел коронавирусом и не успел в срок восстановиться. После этого было принято решение провести поединок Салмана Жамалдаева против Диего Брандау. С одной стороны, это нелогичный поединок, что касается титульной гонки, учитывая, что Брандау идет на серии из поражений. Но с другой стороны, учитывая, что все участники титульной гонки, все находящиеся в топ-10 бойцы дерутся между собой, другого выбора не оставалось. И в конце концов, по своей вывеске, по своему интересу со стороны зрителей, этот поединок один из самых ожидаемых.
сказав. Бим-бім.
Дамы и господа, завершены поединки предварительного карта, а впереди основные бои. Ladies and gentlemen, preliminary fights is over. And ACA League presents you main card bouts, первый из которых трехраундовый бой в легком весе. 3 5-minute rounds lightweight division. И в синий угол добро пожаловать боец из Москвы. Welcome to the blue corner from Moscow, Anatoly Boyko.
So we continue with the main card. Anatoly Boyko is coming to the cage. 5 wins, 1 loss. 183 centimeters tall, 22 years old, representing Moscow, Russia. His first and only loss was in a fight against Sultan Ali Davudov. Before that, he had won 4 fights, one after another. His last fight was at ACA Young Eagles 13. He won it by technical knockout due to corner stoppage in the second round. He likes to go forward, crouching slightly and throwing his powerful left hand. He knows how to defend himself on the ground and always tries to stand up immediately. He has a hell of a punch. He can grip you and take you down. Well-rounded fighter who is destroying his opponents. Big knockout power. So let's see what he will show us today. He actually has a potential to extend his opponent to the later rounds and really test the gas tank of the opponent. He has good endurance, good skills. Always delivers, always connects with punches. Keeps a hard pace.
Silver боец из Черкесска, ladies and gentlemen, come to the red corner from Cherkassk, Russia, Murat Tlarukov.
So let us meet Anatoly's opponent, Murat Tlarukov. He's from Cherkassk. There he is. He's 30 years old, 175 centimeters tall. He's the international master of sport in combat sambo. He's the combat sambo World Cup winner. Speaking about his amateur background, so as far as you can see, it is solid and good enough for a transition to mixed martial arts. His professional record is 6 wins and 3 losses, and among these 6 wins there are 4 finishes, 1 by knockout and 3 submissions. And to say a few words about his preparation, I saw him training with Islam Makhachev, the UFC top fighter, the best friend of Khabib Nurmagomedov. I saw him training with Umar Nurmagomedov, Shamil Zavurov. But speaking about his career, now he's on 2-fight losing streak. His last fight was in December in 2020. He lost to Mark Hulm. This fighter will appear a little bit later today, and he lost due to a Bravo choke.
Ему 22 года, рост 183 сантиметра, вес 70,8 килограмма. Он специалист бразильского джиу-джитсу с профессиональным рекордом 5 побед и только 1 поражение. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 22 years old, standing 103 centimeters tall, weighing at 70.8 kilos. He's Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist with professional record 5 victories and only 1 defeat. Дамы и господа, из Москвы, Россия, Анатолий! Его соперник красного бойцу 30 лет, рост 175 сантиметров, вес 70,8 килограмма. Его стиль прямое самбо, а профессиональный рекорд 6 побед и 3 поражения. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 30 years old, standing 175 centimeters tall. Official weight 70.8 kilos. He's combat specialist with professional record, 6 victories and 3 defeats из Черкесска, Россия. Здравствуйте, Murat Tlarukov. Referee Maxim Protasov.
Maxim Protasov is a referee in charge. So we are ready for the main card fight.
Here is the tail of the tape. Murat Tlarukov is 7 years older, but the height advantage in the favor of Anatoly Boyko. Anatoly uses the southpaw stance.
Nicely done by Anatoly.
Excellent leg kick, and Murat Tlarukov lost his balance for a while, but immediately stood up. And he continues pushing forward, and he needs to shorten the distance because of the disadvantage of his height.
And as we mentioned before, Anatoly Boyko has a very powerful left hand, which he throws while crouching.
And a good counter move again from Anatoly Boyko.
So Murat Tlarukov has to be very careful.
And then once in a while, Anatoly Boyko moves to the left side because of his southpaw stance, and we know that if you use the southpaw stance, you have to move to the right, but not to the left, in order not to get hit by the right hand, by the strongest right hand. but still he continues to move to the left. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe he wants his opponent to miss and to counter him. And he uses that counter-punching strategy. And a good combination from Murad.
Nicely done by right hand.
Several punches landed and a nice leg kick from Tlerukov.
He continues to come forward.
And now we see Murad starts to shorten the distance, and he moves correctly because he moves to the left.
Yes, he is rolling with the punches.
Good jab from Anatoly.
Anatoly is waiting for a moment. You can see that, to throw his left hand.
And now Tlerukov grabs the opponent and puts him on a canvas. But Anatoly Boykov does not want to stay in this position.
And Tlerukov takes the back.
And good move from Anatoly, good counter move, and once again he is on his feet. So as far as we can see, Anatoly Boykov does not want to stay on the ground. He does not want to wrestle, to grapple. He wants to fight in stance on his feet.
Nicely escaped of the ground game. Controlling the distance.
And again, moving to the left and still waiting for Tlerukov to move, to attack. And so that's why I think that Murad needs to use combinations, not single punches and shots. And we see that these movements are not convenient for Tlerukov. Excellent, excellent 1-2, solid 1-2, crisp shot from the left by Anatoly. And here is the answer from Murad Tlerukov. But once again, look at that footwork of Anatoly. The excellent one, and a good body shot, body kick from Anatoly. Perfect connection with the leading hand again.
Delivered and connected by Boyka. And the miss by Tlerukov. He comes forward, wants to have a scramble, but Boyka controls the distance very well.
And I think that he has better hand speed. He's faster, so that's why.
And accuracy.
Ooh,
He has accuracy and timing
and
also.
In the last episode, it was pretty dangerous for Anatoly Boyko if Tlerukov would have succeed.
Another takedown attempt by Murad Tlerukov.
And a good knee, with a knee straight to the head, by the way.
High kick missed by Boyka.
And I think that the fighters start to slow down. Especially, I'm speaking about Tlerukov, 2 misses in a row.
He's already struggling with fatigue.
I agree with that statement. He's breathing heavily. He slows down. He is running out of gas. And 30 seconds to go in the first round. Another good combination from Anatoly. And here there was the counter from Tlerukov, but not good enough, not accurate enough.
Another left hand by Boyka.
Straight to the goal.
Connected shortly. Changing stances. And the body language of Tlerukov shows us that he is struggling already.
With the fatigue and his stamina runs out. Perfect round for Anatoly Boyko. I think that he had definitely won it. And so I think that Murad Tlerukov needs to use his wrestling. He needs to shorten the distance, to grab the opponent and try to put him down under control and there.
Take the grip, take him down. Yes.
Because he cannot match with the opponent's speed, that's for sure.
Anatoly Boyko is very composed in the first round.
And now we see how beautifully Anatoly Boyko avoided the grappling and wrestling game from Murad Tlerukov. Several misses in a row.
Nice defense.
And these misses also influence the stamina of Tlerukov, because when you try to hit hard, when you try to use power shots, and when you miss, you lose your stamina, you lose your cardio, and you lose your confidence because you cannot get your opponent.
He is splashing out his energy. Let's see how it plays out in the second round. But definitely Murat Lyrukov has to go for a takedown. That should be his plan.
I think so. Because just like we told you, that Murat Lyrukov so far cannot match the speed of Anatoly Boyko. The hand speed, the footwork, so a lot of misses and good counter game from Anatoly Boyko. Good counter shots, excellent speed.
Or maybe Lyrukov has to throw more punches because one or two just not enough for Boyko.
Back fist attempt, but missed, and a body shot landed from Murat Lyrukov. And we see that he's running after his opponent, not using the footwork, the correct footwork. He tries to run, and without preparation, without fints, without fake moves, and Anatoly Boyko is ready for that attacks. So he can easily avoid him, he can easily step back and to make the opponent miss.
That's what he does so far in the second round.
I like also Anatoly Boyko changing the directions of his movements with the side steps. And again, look at that stiff jab from Anatoly Boyko that lands one after another.
He's so unpredictable.
Absolutely. Murat Lyrukov changed the stance into the southpaw, but it didn't help, it didn't work. He continues eating shots.
And he doesn't throw anything so far in the second round. And here it is.
The only chance for Murat Lyrukov in this bout so far is to shorten the distance, to grab the opponent, to push him to the fence and try to go down with him.
But look at Anatoly Boyko.
Perfectly done.
Immediately.
Perfectly done. Excellent defense, excellent separation. And now on, Murat Lyrukov needs to begin it from the very beginning, to start from the very beginning. Oh, that was pretty dangerous. But we see perfect timing of Anatoly Boyko, who sees all the punches and shots, who is ready for that, and he's ready to defend himself.
Still at the center. Anatoly Boyko controlling the distance. He understands what he needs to do in order to win this fight.
Oh, look at that! Excellent connection from Anatoly Boyko with the left hand.
Nicely done by Boyko.
And a solid combination. Oh, spinning back kick to the body from Anatoly Boyko, lands it, nails it.
He's still sharp.
Good
Still
one too. There is some damage already on Murat Lyrukov's face, and no wonder about that. Murat shows some defensive move, but not responding on the shots from the opponent.
Boyko is so consistent with fundamental skills. He showed us today 1-2.
Sharp 1-2. Both shots land onto Murat Lyrukov's face. And a good leg kick with the leading leg. Ooh. But no big deal. No big deal for Anatoly Boyko, because he looks at these shots and he's able to protect. And a good stopping jab from Anatoly Boyko.
And he predicts everything, what Lyrukov does.
And to my mind, Murat just doesn't know what to do. He's helpless in this particular position. He wants. He comes forward, he tries to do something, he tries to change the way of the fight, but he just doesn't know how.
First of all, he's not fresh enough already.
Well, I would like to say that he's unfresh at all. He's exhausted, absolutely exhausted, ran out of gas, and he continues taking this punishment, taking these shots, and a good body kick.
He splashed everything out in the first and second round. And right now just works as Anatoly Boyko wants him to do.
And so far, Murat Lyrukov is so close to the third loss in a row. High kick missed from Murat Lyrukov because it was pretty slow. And I'm looking at the corners of Anatoly Boyko that advise him to start to be more aggressive, to come forward and to push, but there is no need. There is no need in that, because Anatoly Boyko feels himself comfortable stepping back and using that counter tactics.
Here's another one. 15 seconds to go.
Nice takedown for Lyrukov, but not enough time to develop this position, to improve it. And I'm more than sure about the fact that Murat Lirukov, even having that takedown, is about to lose the round.
And the first one.
And the first one, that's for sure.
He needs a knockout in the third or a submission win.
Or he needs to take that round with a count 10-8, several knockdowns or several attempts, submission attempts and domination, but according to the way of the fight, I think it will never happen. So now Murat Lirukov needs a real miracle to change the way of the fight and to seal the victory, because so far, well, he's looking not good, so to say. With all my respect to him, with all my big respect to his character, to his will, because we see that he doesn't want to give up. He's taking that punishment, he's taking many shots, but still he does not give up. He just continues to come forward. We see some damage on his face, some cuts and the blood, but...
And look at Anatoly Boyka's face. He's all right, he's okay.
Absolutely.
He's still sharp. He connects everything, he delivers everything, he throws, so...
Ooh, solid kick, monstrous kick from Anatoly Boyko. And again, big shot from the left. And I wonder how Murat Lirukov is still on his feet. How did he manage to struggle and to survive from that kick, from that shot, because it was just like a sniper shot from Anatoly Boyko, but still Lirukov is on his feet and he continues struggling and fighting. That's a very big deal.
Yes, Lirukov has to reset a little bit.
Another good takedown defense.
Start something new, because this plan doesn't work at all.
And once again, you see that Anatoly Boyko steps to the left, moves to the left.
Preparing his left hand.
Exactly, because he is ready for that shot from Murat Lirukov. And a big connection for Lirukov this time.
There's a chance to work on the clinch.
And he needs to use that chance because there are not many of them during this fight, so, but it never happens. Anatoly Boyko once again separates magnificently.
Very solid boxing skills showed today by Anatoly Boyko.
And this is a specialized MMA boxing. The accuracy, perfect defense. Not a single shot's landing on his face.
Mouth guard fell out.
Oh, again. And I think that it was done on purpose,
yes,
because he needs to lower the tempo down. But the referee so far does not stop the fight. And the referee warns Murat Lirukov of not doing that, but still, I think that this is the slight chance for Lirukov to slow the pace.
To regain his composure a little bit.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that nasty left hand from Anatoly Boyko. He's dominating, he's ruining his opponent.
Nailing punches to the face.
Crisp shots and again and again. And I think that the corner of Murat Lirukov maybe should be ready to stop the fight, to throw the towel or something, to quit, because Murat Lirukov taking too many shots this fight. And it's not good. Ooh, high kick. Very dangerous one, but it was blocked, I think, because I think that that kick reached the hand.
Yeah, but it was slightly connected.
Slightly connected, definitely. 2 minutes to go on this fight, and the total domination of Anatoly Boyko, but Lirukov is not about to give up. He continues moving forward and searching for a last chance.
Leg takedown attempt by Lirukov, avoided by Anatoly Boyko so easily. Lirukov just needs more takedowns. I can't stay here.
I even feel pain myself when I'm looking at these shots taken by Murat Lirukov, and I wonder how does he manage to stay alive, to stand on his feet and to continue moving forward. Well, this is what I call courage. This is what I call will to live.
Lirukov has to grip his opponent. Either him. Look at that!
And this could be it.
Look at this connection.
Derukov closes the guard, trying to defend himself, but he's so exhausted. He has a big lack of powers, and so that's why Anatoly Boyko needs to stay active, maybe to finish this fight and to get the victory due to a technical knockout or due to a referee stoppage. Good connection with an elbow by Anatoly Boyko.
Actually, I don't think that Anatoly Boyko has to work here in this position. For him, it's better to stand up and work as a striker, because here FRACO could regain a little bit, reset, and just leave it on the judges.
Anatoly Boyko tried to pass the guard, but Derukov defended well, did not let him out, so closes the guard again, and he's just waiting till the time expires.
10 seconds to go in the third and final round.
So I think that it will be finished this way, in this particular position, and nothing will be changed. And again, Derukov wants to spit out the mouthpiece because he's so exhausted. And here is some sportsmanship here, because Anatoly Boyko helps the defeated opponent to stand up.
Excellent work by Anatoly Boyko.
Perfect performance, solid performance by this youngster, by this bright prospect. And I think that it has a real bright future in this promotion and this weight category. Excellent timing, perfect stand-up working, good combination. But to my mind, there is a little minus here. There is a little maybe disadvantage. I did not notice a big knockout power in his hands.
Actually, he has it.
Because he landed many shots, but he never stunned the opponent, who continued moving forward whatever happened during the fight. Actually, he crushed his face. Here's a bloody mask instead of the face. But Murat Derukov, well, he got hurt, but I think
it's more about the ability of Derukov to take it and to
the toughness of the head.
Yeah. Good chin, good jaw. Because Anatoly Boyko has a lot of knockouts, especially with his left hand.
After the end of action, your winner by unanimous decision,
Anatoly Boyko seals the victory. Another victory under his belt. And of course, we admire the courage of defeated opponent Murat Derukov, who standed all 3 rounds. Got punished, got beaten, but still he never gave up. Anatoly, you came from ACA Young Eagles and now you perform solidly here. I cannot describe my emotions. I would like to thank my coach Armen Gulian and Sergei Tarasan for the preparation. I did not follow all the commands, but it happened so. I would like to thank my sparring partner, who helped me a lot.
Ваши аплодисменты, Анатолий Бойко! И еще все, кто помогал мне во время тренировок и кто поддерживал словами. Очень
I would like to
приятно.
thank everybody who supported me during the training.
Спасибо вам большое, очень приятно.
Very humble person, Anatoly Boyko. Showed tremendous skill set.
И огромное
Good game plan.
спасибо клубу «Львиное сердце».
And a
Там
big thanks
все
to the
условия,
Lionheart
чтобы
Fight Club.
выигрывать. Вы сами все видели.
You saw everything, what happened.
Гиви, мой менеджер, ты где, брат? Спасибо тебе большое, я тебя люблю.
And I would like to thank my manager. Well, that's it for now.
Уважаемые дамы и господа, добрый вечер и добро пожаловать на арену баскетбол, где Лига ACA представляет вам 119-й международный турнир по смешанным единоборствам ACA Краснодар с главным событием вечера Фролов Вендрес да Сильва, генеральный партнер Energy Dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Basketball Arena, where ACA League presents you 119th International MMA Tournament, AC Krasnodar, with the main event of the evening, Frolov versus Vendres da Silva, general partner Energy Dragon. Итак, официальные лица готовы, бойцы готовы, а готов ли Краснодар к битве? В прямом эфире с арены баскетбол ACA Краснодар. И вашему вниманию трехраундовый бой в среднем весе. Ladies and gentlemen, ACA League presents you 3 5-minute rounds middleweight contest. И в синий угол добро пожаловать боец из Бразилии. Welcome to the blue corner from Brazil, Irvin King Kong Romero Machado.
Irvin Machado is on the screen. King Kong is his nickname. 16 wins, 6 losses. 175 centimeters tall, 32 years old. BJJ practitioner from Curitiba, Brazil. He started his career in 2011. In 2020, he had only one fight, winning René Pessoa by technical knockout in the 5th round. Being a BJJ practitioner, he has 9 wins by knockout out of 16. He moves a lot in his fights, very fast middleweight fighter, throws a lot of punches and kicks, works in a clinch a lot. What can I say, a real King Kong. Irvin Machado from Brazil.
Well, as far as we can see, he loves it here in Russia, wearing that traditional Russian hat.
Showing respect.
And by the way, he was wearing it yesterday all the time, having dinner, just walking in the hotel, walking on the street, and well, walking in the street, I understand that, because now in Krasnodar it's pretty cold, because Krasnodar is a Russian south, but yesterday it was so windy, it was so freezy, so just...
Like in the north.
Yeah, exactly, like in Siberia or something like that, but it didn't look like Russia, Russian south, I mean. Well, Russia is very big, so the Far East and Siberia, and of course our south, North Caucasus, and such southern cities like Krasnodar, Rostov-on-Don, Gelendzhik, and many, many others. Entering the cage, John Jones style, or King Kong style, I don't know. So, in few minutes we are about to see how big and how dangerous this King Kong is.
Come to the corner from Russia,
Ibrahim Magomedov. Ibrahim Magomedov is from Dagestan, representing a famous fight club from this republic, from Makhachkala, named Gorets, and in English it means Highlander. And actually The theme song of his entrance is about that fight club, Highlander. In Russian, it's pronounced like Goret. So, 26 years old, 183 centimeters tall, not very experienced. His professional record is 6 wins and just 1 loss, and among these 6 wins, only 1 finish, and this fight ended by a knockout. His last fight was in December in 2020 when he defeated Azamat Bikoev, and before that he lost to Artem Frolov, the headliner of today's tournament.
Боец синего угла, fighting out of the blue corner. Ему 32 года, рост 175 сантиметров, вес 83,9 килограмма. Он специалист бразильского джиу-джитсу с профессиональным рекордом 16 побед, 6 поражений. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 32 years old, standing 175 centimeters tall, weighing at 83.9 kilos. He's Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist with professional record, 16 victories and 6 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Curitiba, Paraná, Brazil, introducing King Kong Romero Machado. Его соперник в красном углу, and his opponent fighting at the red corner. Бойцу 26 лет, рост 183 сантиметра, вес 84,2 килограмма. Его стиль — ударная техника, с профессиональным рекордом 6 побед и только 1 поражение. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 26 years old. He stands 103 centimeters tall, official weight 84.2 kilos. As a striker, with professional record 6 victories and only 1 defeat. Дамы и господа, из Махачкалы, Россия, фото Ибрагим Магомедов. And your referee judge, Lukasz Bosacki.
Lukasz Bosacki is a referee in charge of this bout.
And we see a height advantage in favor of Ibragim Magomedov. Longer reach. And let us see if it will be a real advantage for him.
If he can use it.
Absolutely.
But he's a great knockout artist. So he has the potential to knock his opponent out if he is ready for it.
Machado using the southpaw stance. Pressurizing, coming up forward. A leg kick from Ibragim.
He's squeezing a little bit, but without punches so far. Magomedov is a very, very accurate fighter.
Nice footwork from the Russian fighter.
Nicely done by Magomedov.
Big right hand from Ibragim.
Has a very good timing. Accuracy.
Oh, severe liver kick and a good connection for Machado.
Machado comes forward.
Look at that Muay Thai clinch, and the knee goes straight to the face of the Brazilian fighter. But he managed to survive.
That was vicious.
And I like the Muay Thai clinch demonstrated by Ibragim Magomedov. The classical Muay Thai clinch and the high kick from Machado, and a good shot afterwards.
Another exchange in the center.
Ibragim Magomedov tries to use different levels of his attacks, and in the previous... Oh!
Machado staying sharp.
Yeah, that was a huge leg kick from Machado. Magomedov almost grabbed the leg with a counter, but Machado released and now changes the stance again.
Coming forward.
Machado does not, he shouldn't use a single shot because Magomedov is willing to step back to work in counters. So that's why Irving Machado needs to produce some combinations, some series of shots. 3, 4, maybe using repeated attacks. Oh, nice, nice 1-2.
by Magomedov. He controlling the distance. Nice sidestep.
Excellent footwork from Ibragim Magomedov and a good connection for Machado. In counter after a leg kick and perfect takedown.
And the takedown, Magomedov is on top, working on the closed guard.
Body shot. And Machado tries to stay active using the elbows, because from this position on his back he can produce some cuts after these elbow shots, and he does it. The classical combination from Ibragim Magomedov in this position, from body to head. And so far Machado doesn't want just to lay on his back. He continues struggling and fighting, maybe waiting for a good moment to submit, because we saw some movements of his legs.
Nice switch by Magomedov. Another connection to the body by Magomedov.
And thus far a perfect defense from Machado, because he did not have big shots on him. Good elbow. So we see that Machado tries to tie the opponent hands up, try to trap him, try to shorten the distance, and of course hitting the opponent with elbows. I'm not saying that he's winning episodes, no, but still he's active. And Ibragim Magomedov does not have a very big advantage in that position. He does, actually. He does have advantage. Well, this is the type of position when the person who is on top actually has the advantage. So, has the control, has the bigger opportunities to produce shots.
And Machado tried to make a leverage right now to extend the arm, but without any success. 40 seconds to go in the first round. Another ground and pound move by Magomedov. He's still controlling his opponent on the ground, but not enough risk taken in this position from both of them. 50 seconds to go.
Well, just like we said that Ibragim Magomedov actually is not a knockout artist, or he doesn't win very often with submissions. 4 of his fights that he won were finished by decision. So just like we said that Ibragim Magomedov does not take many risks at all. He's just doing his job in order to get win. Maybe it's not vivid, maybe it's not explosive or something like that, but still, it will be another win for him. Even in this style.
Yeah. Round 1 for the Russian fighter.
No doubt about that. There was a big liver kick from Machado.
And he started very well fighting as a striker. The question right now is, can he change the complexion of the fight? Can he stop takedown and come forward, throw more punches? Because he definitely has a knockout power.
Well, I'm looking at Machado now while he's working. He's walking in the cage and
Ready to go.
yeah, he's definitely ready to continue.
Round 2.
And he's ready to improve. He's ready to do something else, something more, to change the way of the fight and to try to get a victory.
Here we go, round number 2.
A leg kick from Ibragim. Another one on the leading leg. And a big right hand, but missed by Magomedov. Stomp from Ibragim.
That actually stopped the pressure of Machado for a moment. Right now they are on the ground already.
And here comes Machado. I think he tried to grab the opponent's neck. Another takedown attempt from Ibragim Magomedov. A single leg takedown attempt successfully.
And the game plan is working. The game plan is working definitely. That's what he did in the first round at the final minute.
Yeah, I think that the main goal was to
Do the same.
to shorten the distance and to take the opponent on the canvas, to hold him on his back, to control him, to produce shots, and to look for a chance maybe to finish. But look at Machado, who is going to use the cage to get up, and a knee to the body from
Nice
Magomedov,
knee.
and it was so close to become illegal if he would have touched the face.
Looks like it was close to solar plexus.
And a good control, nice transition for Ibragim Magomedov, who wants to turn the opponent from the cage. And a good knee to the body, takes the back of Machado. Good shots under the hand. Machado gets up, but he's still being controlled by Ibragim Magomedov.
What a will. He stood up, taking control, gripping the opponent's hands right now, trying to work in the clinch. Maybe try to move to the clinch.
Nice knee to the body from Ibragim Magomedov. A knee to the hip, and Machado tries to control these shots, tries to avoid them, but... And now good Muay Thai technique is shown by in-ring Machado, and they separate.
So Machado has to be very careful with takedown attempts. Definitely both fighters already are struggling with fatigue a little bit.
It looks like that, because the pace is pretty low. They're working hands down. And Ibragim Magomedov is looking for counter shots. He needs the opponent to come forward in order to counter him. And Machado realizes that, and he's not in a rush. And a good connection with the left hand by Machado. In-ring smiles.
Nicely done by Machado and avoiding the attempt of Magomedov.
And to my mind, this time, in-ring Machado begins to take the initiative, because he steps forward and he tries to win the episodes one after another. And a good connection again, nice landing of the left hand of Machado.
Machado understands that he probably lost the first round, so he has to regain a little bit here.
He needs to equalize, and I think that he's doing this now. But this takedown can ruin everything. Whoa, look at this.
Look at the roll.
Perfect counter move from Machado, and now he is on top.
But he's not able to stay there.
Oh, head kick from Magomedov, but Machado takes it
Comes forward.
without any hesitation. So determined, so tough, good chin. And to my mind, he didn't even notice that kick that actually landed on him.
Definitely this guy came for a victory here.
Oh, solid 1-2.
30 seconds to go in the second round.
Well, to my mind, Machado has a stone chin or a steel chin. I don't know how to explain it, because he took too many shots already, but still he's not even stunned.
Like it was nothing.
And now he has the initiative. He's pressing the opponent. He's moving forward. Good elbow strike attempt, John Jones style. And look at him. Moving forward like a Terminator or Robocop, I don't know. Hands down, not covered up, just inviting the opponent to hit him. But
The second round was closer than the first one.
so what do you think?
Actually, I don't know how would I score it.
Well,
I would give it to Machado, I think.
yeah, I think so too. Because these takedowns were good, but they actually did not give any damage.
Yes.
And speaking about the proper work of Machado in the second half of the second round, when he landed many shots and did not concede any, and the damage he did was much more bigger.
Yeah.
So I think that it would be fair enough if the judges will bring the round to look at that kick, and he didn't even feel it. How is it possible? So the decisive and the last round, round number 3. Here we go. Touching gloves. And the main thing for Machado now is to avoid takedowns from Ibragim Magomedov, and a good counter with a sidestep from Ibragim. But once again, look at the determination of Machado. Nice exchange.
Machado stays sharp, tries to squeeze,
Comes forward.
pressing his opponent.
And he makes a mistake. Well, it was obvious that Ibragim Magomedov will search for the moment in order to shorten the distance and to grab him, and he made that shot, and Machado made that shot without any preparation. Just step forward, Magomedov made his own step forward, and that's it. They are on the ground, and Magomedov controls the opponent.
It looked like that Machado forgot that Magomedov wanted to take him down in the previous round.
Yeah, and this was the only plan of Ibragim Magomedov, the only one plan. And so Machado did that mistake, well, unfortunately for him. So let's see if he will be able maybe to submit or maybe to scramble, to get up. Ibragim Magomedov tries to pass the guard, tries to go through it, but Machado is pretty good in that defense.
I don't think that Magomedov would risk here, because
Of course he won't.
Yeah, he controls the position. He works as much as he wants to in order to take the moment.
Gaining
of
the
this
time
fight.
of control, gaining points for striking, showing some activity, not letting the
and that
referee...
would be enough for
Absolutely. Winning this round will be quite enough to seal the victory. But look at this defense from Machado. The up kick. And we saw some knockouts from after this shot, so Magomedov should stay aware. He should be very careful with that. And a good body shot from Ibragim. Turning around. And, whoa, look at this. Some karate move or something like that. And an interesting position, actually.
Control in the back by Magomedov.
And a nice position for Ibragim Magomedov, and he should use it as much as he can.
Nice grip by Magomedov, holding Machado, trying to sweep, to make a sweep and take him down.
Machado breaks that grip, controlling the wrists of Ibragim Magomedov.
High
And
kick.
the high kick, but avoided by Machado. Well defended.
Slightly connect.
2 minutes to go in this fight, and these 2 minutes are for Machado actually, because he needs to do something, because Magomedov has done it already. He took the opponent down, he controlled him, he beat him, so that's why Machado needs to equalize.
Yes,
he
it's
needs a
high time.
rematch here.
High time he did something here.
Big left hand from Magomedov with a nice stomp, stopping stomp from Ibragim Magomedov.
That stopped the attack of Machado.
Actually, Ewing, I think he's losing his time now. But of course he's tired. Of course he's exhausted because, well, that's normal after such kind of work that's been done. But he needs to come forward, and a good move, a very important takedown by Ibragim Magomedov here.
Machado is devastated already.
And so Ibragim Magomedov needs just to press the opponent, just to control him here, to show the referees that he produces some shots, some movements.
Staying sharp.
Yeah. And so the fight will be done for him.
Because he obviously won it already. I mean, the third round.
Yeah, if nothing will be changed, of course, he will get the third round and the fight itself. So Machado needs to take some risks. Maybe he can try to submit the opponent due to a triangle or to go to an armbar. He needs to do something now.
If he can.
If he can, of course. And immediately stands up.
20 seconds to go. But as you can see, Machado is not for that.
Yeah. Ooh, good knee. Very good knee for Ibrahim Magomedov, and a spinning back kick to the body.
And the takedown, another one. That's it.
This is the big end for Magomed, for Ibrahim Magomedov.
He did everything right,
Yeah,
right on time.
he
Took
stick
his
to the
opponent
plan.
down. Nice game plan produced by him and by his coach. Everything worked on. He avoided some devastating punches and won it.
Дамы и господа, по завершении боя единогласным решением судей победу одержал. Ladies and gentlemen, after the end of action, your winner by unanimous decision, Ibrahim Magomedov.
Ibrahim Magomedov is the winner of this fight due to a unanimous decision, and we think that it is fair enough.
Ибрагим, несколько слов после победы.
And Ibrahim Magomedov is
Расскажи,
about to say
пожалуйста,
a few
тебе
words.
выдался очень сложный поединок.
It was a really
Как
tough
ты
fight
считаешь,
for
как ты
you.
оцениваешь свое
So
выступление?
what do you think about your performance?
Спасибо за заявление. Приветствую всех. Салам алейкум, Дагестан.
Hello everyone, hello Dagestan.
Да, поединок был сложный.
Well, the fight
по крайней
was
мере,
pretty
для
hard.
меня, потому что я после очередного боя особо не тренировался, расслабился.
And
Потом
didn't have
за
enough
25 дней
preparation before the
предложили бой.
fight.
Посмотрел соперника, вроде бы нормальный. Не особо так бьет, не борется, но нормальный.
So I was
Соперник был, я
preparing
говорю
for the
тренеру, давай,
opponent,
говорю,
looking,
тренинг бой.
watching his fights, and I
Меня
saw
рассчитывали на
that
26 марта,
he's
но
pretty good in
я не
striking
знаю,
and
может,
in wrestling.
соперника не
So
нашли бы. И как раз как позвонили, сказали, вот есть соперник на март 12, я согласился.
Был ли в этом бою момент, когда ты занервничал? Может быть,
if there was
один
a
хайкик
moment
именно
during this
Мачадо
fight
заставил
when you
тебя немного
felt
задуматься?
nervous or when you
Я попадал в него
were
и
not sure of yourself.
видел, что он сдаться не собирается,
When
собирается
I
до конца
actually I
драться.
saw that he
Пёр на
wasn't
меня,
going
как
to give up.
вы видели. И нервничал, не было такого. Но
No, I didn't feel nervous. It was okay.
убедился, что соперник не слабый, не
So
простой.
what
Чтобы до
actually
конца биться.
Это самый сложный бой в твоей карьере?
is it the hardest fight of your career? No,
Самый сложный бой.
no.
Тогда несколько слов благодарности своим коллегам и спонсорам.
В первую очередь, конечно, моим тренерам.
I would like to thank all my coaches
Сухрабу Магомедову, который сейчас смотрит.
and to
злится,
all
наверное, на
the
меня, что
supporters and
как он
coaches that are
поработал.
watching this fight on TV.
Моему брату Иманали, моим
And,
братьям,
I would
которые
like
там
to
сейчас
thank my
смотрят.
brother.
Этим братьям,
And
которые
of course,
пришли.
I would like to thank all the fans that came here today on the basketball hall arena.
Майданской, салам алейкум. И всем братьям, друзьям, кто и болельщикам
And
спасибо
to
огромное.
all, big thanks to all that actually
Ибрагим
supported.
Магомедов!
Город сила.
Ибрагим Магомедов, ваши аплодисменты!
Дамы и господа, Лига ACA представляет вам главное событие сегодняшнего вечера. Трехраундовый бой в полном среднем весе. Ladies and gentlemen, ACA League presents you the co-main event of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in welterweight division. И в синюю добро пожаловать боец из Южной Африки по прозвищу Дагестанец. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the blue corner from South Africa, Mark Dagestanian.
Mark Hulm coming to the cage on the screen. 26 years old, 187 centimeters tall, representing South Africa from Johannesburg. 8 wins, 2 losses. This guy started his career in 2014. He has 5 wins by submission out of 8. That means a lot. He always tries to wrestle and grapple with his opponent. His style is actually quite similar to the famous Ben Askren style. Take the grip, take the opponent down, throw some punches, take the back and submit. That's what he exactly did in a fight with Vadim Shabadash, Gordon Rudman and many others. His last fight was against Murat Lirekov at ACA 116, where he won by submission, making a rubber choke. Very tough opponent for anyone in this division.
And by the way, I think that he's pretty big for his division, welterweight division, 77 kilograms, because his height is 190 centimeters, something like that. So I wonder how does he manage to cut the weight. And now the opponent of Mark Hulm is Eldar Hashpakov. Eldar Hashpakov represents Nalchik, Russia. Nalchik is the capital of Kabardino-Balkaria, North Caucasian Republic. He is 30 years old, 185 centimeters tall. We see that he's a pretty experienced guy. 10 wins, 3 losses, and among these 10 wins, there are 5 finishes, 1 by knockout, and 4 of them came by submission. His professional debut happened in 2014. He used to fight at the ACB Young Eagles tournament. He also fought at Tech Prep tournament. And when it was his debut at the ACA promotion, he lost to Ustarmagomed Gajidaudov, but this is the top fighter of this promotion. And he said in his interview that he wants a rematch with that fighter.
Весу 26 лет, рост 187 сантиметров, вес 77,2 килограмма. Его стиль ММА и профессиональный рекорд 8 побед, 2 поражения. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 26 years old, standing 187 centimeters tall, official weight 77.2 kilos. He's an MMA specialist with professional record 8 victories and 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Johannesburg, Republic of South Africa, here is Mark Dagestanian. Его соперник красного глубоки, and his opponent across the cage fighting out of the red corner. Бойцу 30 лет, рост 185 сантиметров, вес 77,6 килограмма. Его стиль также ММА и профессиональный рекорд 10 побед, 3 поражения. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 30 years old. He stands 105 centimeters tall, weighing in at 77.6 kilos. He's MMA practitioner with professional attack victories and freedom of his. Дамы и господа, из нашего Россия, фото Эльдар Хашпаков. И со звоном сирены ваш рефери Максим Протасов.
So Maxim Protasov was a referee in charge. And here are the final instructions. They did not touch the gloves. I wonder why. I don't think that it is something personal, you know.
We'll see.
We'll see. 30 years old, Eldar Hashpakov, 26, Mark Holm. So just like we told you that Mark Holm is a pretty tall guy. Good reach. Eldar uses the southpaw stance and on the very first seconds of this fight.
Low kick early on by Mark Holm. And Eldar Hashpakov seems to be very composed before and in the fight.
Eldar tried to counter, grabbing the leg, but lost the balance for a second. And a high kick attempt, but too slow.
Mark Holm uses his reach advantage.
Exactly.
But
Solid counter by Eldar.
and by Eldar Hashpakov.
Boom! What a slam!
Hashpakov takes the back.
And I think that he stunned
That could be a
Mark
mistake.
Holm.
That could be a mistake because Mark Holm is a very decorated grappler.
And here comes the Kimura attempt by Mark Holm, but Eldar Hashpakov saves himself and escapes. And once again, Eldar Hashpakov is on top now. But just like you said, that Mark Holm is a submission specialist, and of course, Eldar Hashpakov should be aware of that. Several shots from the left connected by Eldar Hashpakov.
Nicely done by Eldar. He's controlling, but there is no need to tie him up, his opponent up, and work on the ground. He's much more better as a striker than a grappler, especially with this dangerous fighter.
And you see that position. Mark Holm takes the opponent back, and now he's so close to win.
That's exactly what he wants.
And he always does.
His favorite position.
Now a good opportunity for a rear naked choke, but Eldar Hashpakov looks to be okay. Fighting back. And he tries to recover, to regain his powers.
Maybe Eldar was preparing for that, but you will never fight such a diverse grappler as Mark Holm, because it's just not possible to be prepared for every opponent, because every opponent is different.
You see that in this position, the opponents immobilized each other, trapped the opponent's hands, but not for long, and a good grip for Mark Holm. But it's pretty hard to submit the opponent in this position with only one arm, but...
Going for a neck crank.
And Mark Holm needs to release the hand, and here it comes.
Nicely done by Holm.
A very good moment for Mark Holm to finish, to submit the opponent. And so he's working on that. And so far, Eldar Hashpakov tries to defend himself, tries to survive. And actually, for some moment, he did it.
But still, it is dangerous for him.
And Eldar Hashpakov shows the referee that Mark Holm grabs the gloves.
Which is illegal.
Yep. But still, Mark Holm controls the opponent back. Well, actually, he did it. He did it, and Hashpakov releases.
1 minute to go. And there is a leverage, I think.
Oh!
No, it's not. Right now, Hashpakov takes the back.
Well, I still don't know why Eldar Hashpakov tries to grapple and to wrestle with this opponent, because I think that he has much more advantages in stance, on the distance, pressing him.
What he already proved and showed us in the first round. But maybe he wants to show his opponent that he is not afraid of working as a grappler.
To beat him on his soil, yeah?
Yeah.
And a good position for Eduard Hashpakov. Several good, clean shots from him.
15 seconds to go in the first round.
What a round, what a round. And they go down again.
The Kimura attempt. Here, not enough time.
He was just saved by the bell, I think.
Very close.
So close to defeat for Eldar Hashpakov in this particular moment. And he was definitely saved by a bell, and if Mark Holm would have had several more seconds, maybe 5, I think it could be done. But maybe not. But maybe Eldar Hashpakov would have been able to save himself again, just like he did in the previous round several times. He was that close to defeat. And look, let's look at this counter, beautiful counter from Eldar Hashpakov, and he wanted to improve that position. He thought that the opponent was stunned and he wanted to use it, and 2 big slams in a row.
I think the corner should advise him to work more on his feet as a striker.
Yeah, that could be logical, I think.
Well, definitely that's very logical, according to what had happened in the final second.
Eldar Hashpakov is ready to proceed. Round number 2. Here we go. And still Eldar Hashpakov is recovering himself. I think that he got tired during the first 5 minutes, so here we go.
Regaining a little bit, and another takedown attempt.
Hard takedown.
Nicely done by Eldar. Eldar controls the back.
And now he cannot use the knee strikes to the head. And now he can.
He can a little bit drain the hip. That's what he does. Nice sweep.
Good sweep from Eldar Hashpakov. A takedown attempt, but still good defense from Mark Holm. He knows what to do. Several shots landed from Eldar Hashpakov.
Here's another sweep. Another control.
And we see that Mark Holm just does not panic in this position. He defends himself properly, confidently.
Because actually
he knows what to do. He knows what to do, and he does it. Defending himself, covering up, not having big damage, not having big shots, and searching for the moment to counter, maybe to catch the hand and maybe to produce some Kimura just like he wanted.
Nice grip by Hashpakov. And a takedown. Holm goes for it. Takes the back.
And again, a very solid position for Mark Holm to submit.
Another change.
Mark Holm puts the hooks inside. But so far, Eldar Hashpakov controls the opponent's wrists, not letting him to get the grip. And, well, this is the only chance for him to survive in this position. Otherwise, I think that he will have big troubles if he will let the opponent to get that grip. And we see Mark Holm working, hitting the hip.
Holm tries to control his opponent and produce some punches.
And I think Mark Holm needs to punch the opponent in order to prepare him for the submission, to switch his attention to punches, and afterwards to get that grip that will be critical.
So here's another attempt. Nicely done by Eldar, who holds the arm.
Very good defense from Eldar so far, but we see that Holm is released one hand and he was able to get that grip. And to my mind, Eldar Khashpakov tried to turn around in order to get the top position.
Yeah, reverse the position.
Some more shots to the hip from Mark Holm.
And this position is very dangerous, so there is no chance that the judge will stop it.
Of course.
And separate them.
Dynamic episode, and here comes the choke. No, not this time. Eldar Khashpakov does not let Mark Holm to put his forehand under the chin.
Right now, Holm tries to get to the leverage of the arm.
Nice scrambling by Eldar Khashpakov, and now he's in control.
There's the sweep attempt.
But I'm not sure that he has enough powers to use this position, but he just presses the opponent down. Good connection with the left hand from Eldar Khashpakov.
And I think that Holm is already fading.
Oh, sharp hit.
His plan doesn't work. He had 2 moments where he could submit his opponent, but without success.
Several more big shots from Eldar Khashpakov, and once again he puts the opponent on the canvas, and he continues hitting. Mark Holm is in trouble. And nice connection.
There is no power to continue for Holm. He tries to stand up.
Crisp shots from Khashpakov using hammer fist here. And 10 seconds to go on the second round. Good scrambling from Mark Holm.
And the takedown attempt by Holm.
The time expires, end of the second round. Well, another big round for both. So, but I think that Eldar Khashpakov has the lack of the powers, that the powers are leaving him very fast.
He's fading a little bit. His breath depth. Look at that. He's taking a deep breath right now at the corner.
And so we see in the replays the good submission defense from Eldar Khashpakov. And afterwards, when he scrambled to try to take his revenge, producing beautiful shots, crisp shots from both hands. And now let us take to the round number 3.
Both fighters are devastated, so there is a question who maintained it more, who regained it more, and who has the will to win more.
Ooh, nice response from Khashpakov. He landed that hit, that shot, and the double leg takedown attempt, and he's holding him. Oh, what a slap! Perfect throw down. And if it was a freestyle wrestling, it could be a touche. But beautiful counter move from Mark Holm this time, controlling the opponent's back, giving some good shots, and again preparing for a submission.
Taking the back.
Put the hooks, both hooks inside, controlling the legs and the body of the opponent.
But without crossing it, in order to avoid the submission.
The leg
lock.
Excellent scrambling. Perfect sweep by Eldar Khashpakov, and now he's on top. But look at that defense from Mark Holm. Nice grappling techniques from the South African.
What a scramble on the ground.
Good job controlling the opponent's hands from Mark Holm, not letting the opponent to hit him.
Shpakov tries to reverse the position, to go for it. Side control, but without any success.
Good scramble from Holm.
An opportunity.
And nice connection for South African, and down goes Eldar Shpakov, stunned. He knocked down. And look at these shots from Mark Holm.
Shpakov is definitely struggling with fatigue right now, so there is a chance to Holm.
And I think that Mark Holm should not take any pause during this position. He should not let the opponent to recover, and he wants to make it full mount. And he's really close to that because he puts the knee on the stomach of the opponent. That's a big way for him for a full mount. Shpakov tries to scramble,
Shpakov needs time to recover.
And the corners shout to Holm to use elbows, and that's a good idea, by the way, because there is not enough space to use shots and punches, and Shpakov rolls, turns around, and tries to stand up. Well, that is a pretty close fight, by the way, and this will be a very hard job for the judges to decide who is better in this fight, if, of course, it will go the whole distance. And once again, a good scramble from Eldar Shpakov, several connections with the right hand, and look at Holm.
Open full guard position. Holm works on the back. Maybe he will go for a triangle choke.
Well, he knows how to do it. He's good at it, so why not to try?
If he has powers.
Of course. It would be better for both not to let the judges decide the destiny of this fight, so the submission or TKO would be the best way for both. So,
but the gas tanks are empty already.
Big hits from Shpakov. He landed several crisp shots, but Mark Holm is still in the game.
Some hammer fists.
And again,
Shpakov.
Good.
What a good moment for him.
And I think that Shpakov stunned Mark Holm for a while. Oh, nice connection. We're saying it both, but it is.
50 seconds to go, draining the hips.
Big knee to the hip, straight to the leg, and a nice elbow. You see a lot of blood now on Mark Holm's face.
I think Holm is done.
Yes, he's so tired. Oh, good connection. Perfect shot by Eldar Shpakov, and he's looking for a finish here. Mark Holm looked at the timer.
That means that he is not enough to continue.
He's exhausted. He's completely exhausted. But he is struggling till the very end of the fight.
10 seconds to go.
The blood is floating out of his nose. Good knee to the head from Eldar Shpakov. And the time expires, and for me it's obvious that at the end of the fight, Eldar Shpakov saved more energy, more power, so that's why he looked more fresher.
Yeah, he definitely looked fresher and showed that he wants it more, and obviously he won the fight because of that third round.
Well, I think, but anyway, it was tough for him. It was pretty tough for both.
I personally think that Shpakov could make it easier if he worked as a striker on his feet. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know why he decided to go on the ground to beat the opponent on his own soil. According to the grappling level of Mark Holm, and we all knew it, and of course Eldar Shpakov knew it, so. But still, he showed quite a good fight. He showed his character, he showed his will, he showed his toughness, just like Mark Holm did. Well, it was a solid confrontation between these two. So let's hear it from Alexander Zagorsky. Let us learn the result. And Alexander Zagorsky is ready to announce.
Дамы и господа, по завершении главного события обратимся к судейским запискам. Ladies and gentlemen, after the round of the main event, we go to the judges' scorecards. Все 5 судей единодушно оценили этот поединок 30-27. All 5 judges are agreeing scoring the same 30-27. Таким образом, в единогласном решении победу одержал by unanimous decision
A tough win for Eldar Hashpakov. Mark Holm tried his best, but it was not enough today to get the win, so let's hear it from the winner.
Make some noise.
And good grappling skills was shown today, so...
Hello everyone, thanks to all the coaches.
Я показал свою мощь здесь, как я сказал. Спасибо всем.
В какой-то момент, возможно, кому-то могло показаться, что ты физически просел после первого раунда. Как ты себя чувствовал в ходе всего боя?
How did you feel yourself during the fight?
Физически он очень был слабым. Вообще не чувствовал.
My opponent wasn't enough physically prepared for this fight.
And I didn't feel him at all.
Задышался. Чуть выносливый не хватило.
Well, I had some problems with the fatigue with my cardio today,
Как обычно был.
but still it was normal.
На этот бой я не хочу ничего говорить.
It was a routine fight.
Кочетаудовым я еще дело предстоит.
And I would like to have my rematch with Ustar Gajideudov, who defeated me. And Ustar, my friend, you'd better take the belt and I will come after you to get that belt to
Эльдар
me.
Хашпаков, ваши аплодисменты.
Официальный партнер Лиги ACA. Энергетический напиток Energy Dragon.
Дамы и господа, это ACA 119, и мы вплотную подобрались к главному событию сегодняшнего вечера. Артем Фролов против Карлоса Вендерса, Россия против Бразилии. Давайте поговорим на эту тему чуть подробнее, а поговорим и с президентом Лиги ACA Алексеем Яценко. Алексей, вас приветствую. Знаю для вас турнир в Краснодаре особенный, и это вообще уже хорошая, добрая традиция для Лиги. Почему?
Ну, во-первых, потому что Краснодар один из городов, который можно назвать смело столицей ММА России. Это уже не первый раз и не первый год можно его так называть, потому что здесь довольно давно традиция единоборств была заложена. Я считаю, что ММА начало развиваться именно с Краснодарского края, а именно с города-курорта Анапы, когда еще в 92 году братья Ашугян провели там первые турниры по смешанным единоборствам. Конечно, тогда это все выглядело смешно, но мы видим сейчас, какой уровень проходят турниры здесь. Поэтому, как бы, да, это для нас традиция. Я считаю, каждый раз сюда возвращаться, в столицу единоборств Юга России, как минимум, это, да, традиция.
Действительно, фамилия Ашугян очень известная. Андроник Ашугян проводил турниры в Субсехе тогда. Это было в диковинку и в лучших традициях фильмов с участием Жан-Клода Ван Дамма и Чака Норриса. Действительно.
Кровавый спорт.
Да. Алексей, что касается главного поединка. Артем Фролов сказал, что его бой с Магомедрасулом Гасановым был очень близким и решение было спорным. Вы согласны с этим или нет? Ведь Магомедрасул сейчас, совсем скоро, через 2 недели, будет уже сражаться за временный титул.
Вы знаете, бой был очень близким. Очень близким был этот бой. Я смотрел внимательно. Поэтому для судей была это тяжелая работа. И они приняли свое решение. Я не могу его оспаривать или нет, но я хочу сказать, что этот бой был очень близкий.
А в случае успеха сегодня Артем может себе гарантировать какую-то претендентскую позицию или нет?
Если Артем побеждает сегодня, то он опять вступает в чемпионскую гонку. Я думаю, что именно после этого боя он еще не сможет стать претендентом, но в случае победы в этом бою он проведет следующий бой, возможно, он уже будет претендентским. Но для него очень важно сейчас вернуться на победную стезю для того, чтобы как бы вернуться в чемпионскую гонку.
У обоих спортсменов по 14 побед, но с точки зрения оппозиции Артем, конечно, выглядит интереснее и маститее, если угодно. И кто-то одержит сегодня 15-ю победу. К тому же год назад Артем Фролов с другим бразильцем здесь разобрался, и разобрался красиво. Вы верите в повторение истории и в нокаут?
Я думаю, что это именно тот случай, когда дома и стены помогают. Поэтому, мне кажется, все-таки фаворит в этом бою именно Артем.
Ну что ж, передаем слово Александру Загорскому, который позволит бойцам начать свой путь к клетке. Это ACA 119.
Дамы и господа, наступил момент, который вы все так долго ждали. Лига ACA с гордостью представляет вам главное событие вечера. 5-раундовый бой в среднем весе. И в синий угол добро пожаловать боец из Бразилии. Welcome to the blue corner from Brazil, Fernandez Carlos Godzilla da Silva.
So the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Vandres da Silva against Artyom Frolov. Vandres da Silva, BJJ practitioner from Brazil, representing Rio Grande do Norte, has 14 wins, 7 losses, 187 centimeters tall, 36 years old. Godzilla, that's his nickname. He started his career in 2008. His last 3 fights were at ACA and ACB, and he won 2 of them. He's not very fast as a striker, to be honest, but he prefers to work on the ground, and that's where he is very dangerous. But to be honest, he doesn't have many submissions, only 4 out of 14, so I don't really think that he has a lot of potential to beat Frolov on the ground, especially if we consider what Artyom Frolov does and how strong he is.
Yes, exactly, because Artyom Frolov is physically strong, he is athletic, and it is pretty hard to take him down. And don't forget that the distance of the round is this bout is 5 rounds. This is the main event, so one of the key factors today is stamina, is cardio, so we are about to see if Vandres da Silva is ready for that marathon. And today, Vandres da Silva is about to face the top contender in this weight and this promotion. And just like the president of the league, Alexei Yatsenko, has just said that if Artyom Frolov will win today, he will get into that championship race, and maybe he will get the contender status, but he needs a good win today.
А в красную поднялись боец из России. Ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the red corner from Russia, Artyom Frolov.
And here comes Artyom Frolov, local hero. He's from Krasnodar, and of course all these fans that gathered here in the basketball arena, they came here to see him winning, they came here to support him. And I think that Artyom Frolov has everything to satisfy their expectations. So, Artyom Frolov, 29 years old, 177 centimeters tall, representing Kuznia Fight Club. This is the Krasnodar Fight Club, who produced to the world many good fighters. He started his weighing sport in 10 years when his father brought him to boxing class, beg your pardon, to freestyle wrestling, and afterwards he transferred to arm wrestling and athletics, weightlifting, and then he served in Russian army, and afterwards he decided to transfer to MMA. His professional debut came in 2014. His professional record is 14 wins. Seven of them came by the way of knockout, 4 submissions and 3 decisions, and 3 losses, 1 by knockout and 2 by decision. By the way, Artyom Frolov is the ex-M1 Global champion, and the M1 Global is one of the biggest MMA promotions in Russia.
This is the moment you all have been waiting for. AJ League proud to present the main event of the evening. 5 5-minute rounds in middleweight division. Судейский корпус, your officials. Head judge, Cezar Wojciechowski, Poland. Your judges at cage side. Артур Шайхов, Виктор Корнеев, Олег Бессуднов, Иван Юрьевич, all from Russia. Ваш судья хранит your timekeeper, Амир Гитино Магомедов, Russia. И со звуком сирены ваш рефери в октагоне. And when the siren sounds, your referee in charge, Лукаш Посадский, Poland. Итак, дамы и господа на трибунах, миллионы фанатов смешанных боев во всем мире в прямом эфире с арены Баскет-холл Краснодар на телеканале Матч ТВ. Главный бой вечера ACA Krasnodar. Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and the millions of MMA fans around the world live from Basket-Hall Arena Krasnodar, the main bout of the evening, ACA Krasnodar. Представляю вам соперников и первым бойца в синем углу. Introducing to first, fighting out of the blue corner. Бойцу 36 лет. Рост 187 сантиметров, вес 83,9 килограмма. Он специалист бразильского джиу-джитсу с профессиональным рекордом 14 побед, 7 поражений. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 36 years old, standing 187 centimeters tall, official weight 83.9 kilos. He's Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist with professional record, 14 victories against 7 losses. Representing Parnamirim, Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, here is Vendres Carlos Godzilla da Silva. He was a very красном углу, and his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Бойцу 29 лет, рост 177 сантиметров, вес 83,75 килограмма. Его стиль борьба и профессиональный рекорд 14 побед, 3 поражения. Ladies and gentlemen, he is 29 years old. He stands 177 centimeters tall, official weight 83.75 kilos. He's a wrestler with professional record, 14 victories against 3 defeats. Дамы и господа, из Краснодара, Россия, приветствуйте Артем Фролов!
Lukasz Basatsky is the referee in charge of this bout, main event of the evening.
5 5-minute rounds, Artem Frolov versus Vendres da Silva.
Here is tail of the tape. Big advantage in height by Wanderlei Silva.
And da Silva is 7 years older, practically equal fight experience according to the amount of the fights. But speaking about the opposition, I think that Artem Frolov has a slight advantage in this case because he faced top fighters in his division like Magomed Ismailov.
Nice jab.
Like Bruno Silva. By the way, Artem Frolov has experience in fighting with Brazilians. And he defeated many of them, but he lost to a couple of them, like Bruno Silva. And Bruno Silva is the fighter that actually knocked Alexander Shlemenko out, if you remember. So let's stick to the fights.
So the question is whether Frolov is able to shorten the distance and work in closer, because this distance is definitely more for Vendres.
Nice combination that started from the body. Oh, good leg kick.
Leg kick
on Vendres. And he decided to improve that situation, that position, but Frolov defended himself properly. Just like I told you that Artem Frolov needs this win and needs it to be big. Oh, good combination and counter from Artem Frolov.
Vendres tries to stay on a distance, use it, maintain it, and Frolov. He has definitely a right jab.
Frolov pushing forward. And in his last fight, I mean, Artem Frolov, he suffered big defeat from Magomed Rasul Gasanov, and Artem Frolov did not say that it was a controversial decision. He did not accept that loss, saying that the judges went wrong and he needs a rematch or something like that. Body kick from Vendres.
Vendres works so good so far.
And I like counter work from Artem Frolov. He's pushing forward and waiting for the opponent to hit and to produce some counters. And he succeeded a couple of times.
Both fighters are very composed early on.
Well, to me, Artem Frolov is a slow starter. He never starts very aggressively, very quick.
So Vendres is. He always does the same thing.
Good connection. Good connection with the leading hand from Vendres. A leg kick. And 2 minutes to go in the first round. Excellent body shot. Vendres lost the balance for a while.
Another one, another connection by Frolov.
I like the accuracy and the good timing for Artem Frolov. Vendres tries to use single shots, and that's bad for him because Artem Frolov prepares combinations and series of punches. And of course, it's pretty hard for Vendres to cover up, to defend himself.
Vendres definitely has a very sharp jab.
But so far, nothing more. But still, we see some blood coming out of Artem's nose. Oh, good. Very good counter again from Artem.
But missed.
Oh, down he goes, and Artem Frolov.
Left hook. Nice left hook by Frolov.
And the perfect position for Artem Frolov to finish this fight. He's on top, giving some big shots from the right hand.
Switching off the left hand of Vendres.
Side control. Vendres tries to scramble. He tries to get out. But Artem Frolov, no. And they are on their feet now, but a good moment for Artem Frolov that actually helped him to win the round, I think. A big right hand from Vendres and a nice jab again. Uppercut.
Vendres seems to be all right with this punch connected and delivered by Frolov.
Oh.
Another one by Frolov.
Crisp combination from Artem, started from the body and again transferred to head. Both shots landed and the time expires in the first round.
So far, so good.
Yep. There is some damage on Artem Frolov's face. Just like we said, that some blood is coming out of his nose, and we all do know that when this thing happens to the fighter, well, he has bigger problems in breathing because the blood bothers normal breathing. But I think that Artem Frolov and his team will handle this problem. And look at this moment when Artem Frolov was that close to victory, to a knockout victory. Superb left hooks landed on the chin of the Brazilian fighter and almost finished him, but Vendres managed to recover. And now we are about to have the round number 2. And I'm looking at Vendres now, and it seems to me that he did not recover totally. And I think that he might need some extra time. But Artem Frolov, I think, will not give him this opportunity.
Here we go, round number 2. Frolov coming forward, squeezing. Trying to connect to the body. Nicely done. Staying sharp. Low kick by Frolov.
Nice connection with the leading hand again from Vendres. His jab is good. His jab is crisp.
And the low kick, actually.
But so far, nothing more. It is good, but not the best way to get the win. Look at these combinations flying out of Artem Frolov, and another good one too. Big shot.
That it's 5-round fight. So,
ooh, Frolov stuns Vendres. Vendres da Silva is hurt, that's for sure.
He's wobbling a little bit.
And Artem Frolov is not in a rush. He understands that he has his advantage and he wants to find the perfect moment to land the decisive shot. And of course, Vendres tried to come closer, try to shorten the distance in order to avoid this beating, but Artem Frolov once again showed perfect separation and continues pushing forward, pressurizing the opponents, getting him closer to the cage, stealing some space off him.
Vendres is not as fast as Frolov, and that is definitely a point.
Ooh, what a knockout! That
what a hook! That's it! That's stop the fight!
Tremendous, tremendous finish by Artem. What a destruction! A total destruction for Vendres da Silva. I hope he will be okay.
A couple of punches that wasn't really needed landed.
I think it was a knockout from a single shot like this. Look at it.
The first one.
Bam! That's it.
That's it.
He's not able to defend himself. Yes. And Lukasz Besecki was a little bit slow in this.
He gave the opportunity, but the fight was done.
Unfortunately, Vendres da Silva is badly hurt. He is still on the canvas, and even the doctors, the medics appeared in the cage in order to examine. They give him oxygen, brought some ice. A big, tough, severe knockout for Artem Frolov. And so, I think that he is in a contender race now. Again, just like the president of the league, Alexei Yatsenko, said that this big win, perfect win, 100% win, brought him back. Look at that. 2 shots that actually put Vendres da Silva to sleep.
He was out.
He was out this time.
That was enough.
And those shots were not needed, that's for sure. And I think it was a slight mistake of Lukasz Besecki. I don't know why did he do that.
Maybe because of the previous fight that we saw today, where he stopped a little bit early.
Well, to my mind, the fast stoppage is better than this.
Yes, of course, definitely.
That this knockout can put you to death or something like that. Well, and we see that Vendres da Silva is still recovering, and of course we do wish him total recovery, and we do really hope that he will be just fine after this fight. He's sitting on his stool and taking the medical care. And Artem Frolov once again proved himself to be a top contender in this weight. Maybe it will be a rematch against Magomed Rasul Gassanov. Maybe it will be a rematch against Magomed Ismailov. He has some unfinished businesses, by the way, so...
Of course, but I really doubt that he would fight Magomed Ismailov according to his plans.
Yep, because Magomed Ismailov wants to face Vladimir Mineyev for Alexander Shlemenko. And so I think that Artem Frolov will have to wait if he wants to face him, but there are many other good candidates to fight, so...
Especially in ACA roster.
Дамы и господа, рефери поединка Лукаш Басалский остановит бой через минуту и 50 секунд второго раунда. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge Лукаш Басалский stops this contest at 1 minute and 50 seconds of round number 2. Победу нокаутом одержал your winner by knockout victory, Артем Фролов! Россия, красота!
So let's hear it from Artem Frolov, who definitely wants to say something to his audience, to his fans.
Это был невероятный нокаут, настоящая вишенка на торте на сегодняшнем бойцовском вечере, какие ощущения.
What a feeling! That was a hell of a fight. And very positive.
В моем, считай, родном городе. Победа.
I am in my native city, and of course everybody feel nerved.
I was very nervous, but I'm glad that I won.
Серьезные сложности тебе доставлял левым джебом твой оппонент, все-таки ты добился нокаута. Как ты оцениваешь свои действия в клетке его?
That was hard.
Ну, надо посмотреть.
How would you consider your fight?